Welcome to the Evolutionary History of Bicycle Technology and Design. Produced by Fairchance Media. Intro. There are inventions that change how we live, and then there are inventions that change how we move. The bicycle is both 2 wheels, a frame, pedals. Simple enough that a child can understand it, and yet complex enough that it took more than 2 centuries and hundreds of patents to get it right. Today we're not just telling the story of the bicycle, we're telling the story through the people who tried to own it. Because if you want to understand how an invention really evolves, you don't just look at what was built. You look at what was claimed. Chapter 1. The first patent. It's 1817. Europe is recovering from crisis. Food is scarce. Horses are dying. Transportation is fragile. And in Germany, a civil servant named Karl von Drais begins to think differently. What if movement didn't depend on animals? He builds something unusual. 2 wheels in a straight line, a wooden frame, no pedals. You sit on it and push yourself forward with your feet, like running, while seated. In 1818, he patents it. This moment matters more than it seems, because this is not just a machine. It is a definition. 2 wheels, aligned, steerable, human-powered, no chain, no gears, no efficiency. But the idea is complete. Chapter 2. Pedals and Patent Disputes. Now we move forward. About 50 years. The world is changing quickly. Metalworking improves. Cities expand. Inventors begin experimenting everywhere at once, and they all arrive at the same realization. Pushing with your feet is inefficient, so they add pedals. In France, early bicycle builders attach cranks directly to the front wheel. The result is crude, but revolutionary. In 1866, Pierre Lallemand files the first U.S. patent for a pedal-powered bicycle. But there is a problem. He is not the only one who claims to have invented it. Another name enters the story, Pierre Michaud, and others follow. Suddenly, the bicycle is no longer just an invention. It is a dispute, because patents do not answer the question, who invented this first? They answer a different question. Who documented it well enough to own it? And from this point forward, innovation and competition become inseparable. Chapter 3. The Speed Obsession. By the 1870s, the focus shifts. The question is no longer, can we build a bicycle? The question becomes, how fast can we make it? The answer is extreme. Make the front wheel larger, much larger. This is the era of the penny farthing. A massive front wheel, a tiny rear wheel, and a rider positioned high above the ground. The logic is simple. The pedals turn the front wheel directly. A larger wheel covers more distance with each rotation. More distance means more speed, but it also means more danger. One mistake, and the rider is thrown forward. Yet the patents of this era rarely focus on safety. They focus on efficiency. Wheel size, frame geometry, mechanical advantage. Because innovation does not always prioritize comfort. Sometimes it prioritizes possibility. Chapter 4. The Safety Breakthrough. Then, in 1885, everything changes. An English inventor named John Kemp Starley introduces a new design. It is called the safety bicycle. At first glance, it looks familiar. 2 wheels of equal size, a chain that drives the rear wheel, a lower center of gravity. But this design solves multiple problems at once. It is stable. It is efficient. It is accessible. For the first time, the bicycle becomes something that almost anyone can ride. And more importantly, something that can be produced at scale. This is not just an improvement. It is a transformation. The bicycle moves from experimental machine to everyday tool. Chapter 5. The Invisible Innovations. After this breakthrough, something subtle happens. The overall design stabilizes, and innovation moves to the details. Inventors begin focusing on components, the parts most riders never think about. Pneumatic tires soften the ride. Chains become more efficient. Gear systems allow riders to adapt to terrain. Each improvement seems small on its own, but together they redefine the experience. The bicycle does not need to be reinvented. It needs to be refined. And so the patents continue, quietly, persistently. Chapter 6. A Machine That Changed Society. By the late 19th century, the bicycle has become more than a machine. It has become a force. Mass production makes it affordable. Access expands, and suddenly, movement becomes personal. People can travel farther. Cities begin to stretch outward. Daily life changes. The bicycle gives individuals something they did not have before. Control over distance, control over time, and in many cases, control over their own independence. All of it built on decades of invention, and the patents that shaped them. Chapter 7. The Modern Era. Today, the bicycle continues to evolve. The patents never stopped. Now they focus on materials, carbon fiber frames, aerodynamic design, electronic shifting, and increasingly, electric assistance. The modern e-bike is not a new invention. It is the latest chapter in a long story, a story that began with wood and balance, and continues with software and precision. The questions have changed. Early inventors asked, Can this work? Today we ask, how much better can it get?
Fair chance media.